Are you ready for the biggest Captain Marvel hot take ever? It's so big. It's monumental. It'll bring the sky down. It's groundbreaking. So, you ready? You ready? You ready? Okay, here goes. Captain Marvel is fine. It's fine. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for Captain Marvel. This movie was directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, and it is the latest installment in the ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie follows a Kree warrior named Veers, played by Brie Larson, who starts getting visions of her past. She feels that everything is not as it seems in her life, and she thinks that she had a life elsewhere. And after crash landing on Earth during a mission, she, along with a young plucky agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. named Nicholas Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, help to try and figure out her past, as well as stop the invasion of the insidious Skrulls. I can't go into this movie without talking about the controversy that's surrounding it. I mean, the whole thing with, people saying that this is the worst of the MCU and that, it's just this big feminist piece and it's just ruining movies for everybody. It's just wholly stupid. It's not Ghostbusters 2016 stupid, but it's getting there. But these people that are just picking sides, saying that if you don't support this movie, you are a male misogynist, or if you do support it, you are a man-hating feminist. It's just, you can't go to this movie and not be wrong. If you're one side, you are wrong. If you're another side, you are still wrong. You can't be in the middle, or else you'll be accused of being a fence-sitter or some stupid crap like that. But I went into Captain Marvel, as I do with every movie, with an open mind, thinking, okay, maybe the critics are seeing something that I'm not. Maybe the audience is seeing something that I'm not. I don't know. But 2 hours later, I walked out of the theater, and I can say with all confidence that Captain Marvel is fine. Seriously, this movie is getting so much flack that it honestly doesn't even deserve. It's not even worth the effort, because Captain Marvel is serviceable. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, certainly not in the MCU, but in terms of what we've gotten in the MCU previously, it's just fine. Let's get the positives out of the way first. My favorite character in this entire movie was Samuel L. Jackson. There's something about when he plays Nick Fury that just brings a smile to my face. And he does a great job here, as Jackson normally does. He had my absolute favorite line in this entire movie. It's a scene where he and another character are prisoners, and he's being scanned because he's a prisoner with one of those machines, and he's scanned, and the machine goes human, male, little to no threat. And then Jackson's like, well, that thing's broken. That was the funniest line in the entire movie. Also, the de-aging technology was just astoundingly good on both Jackson and Clark Gregg. Both guys are getting up there in age. They're not exactly spring chickens. So to see, these not necessarily old dudes, but getting older dudes, basically getting de-aged like that, was jarring at first, but then the more I saw it, I'm like, wow, they did a really good job with this. So props to the visual teams for that. They did a really good job. I'm going to be making a companion video to this video talking more about the Skrulls and where I see them going in the MCU in the future, but that's for later. For now, what I'll say about the Skrulls are, from what I expected versus what I got, I was honestly surprised in the most pleasant way possible. But now we gotta talk about the not-so-good stuff. And first off, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I was not a big fan of Brie Larson in this. Now, before you all start calling me a misogynist and a woman-hater in the comment section, listen to me first. You listen. Read my lips and just listen. I do not hate Brie Larson as a person or as an actress. I believe that she is very talented. She won an Oscar for Room. She clearly knows what she is doing behind the camera. And she is legitimately trying in this. However, I just felt the writing for her character was just bland. With other characters in the MCU, I cannot think of any other actor who could play them. Like, I could say Tony Stark is played by, and insert another actor's name, and in your mind you're thinking, no, it can only be played by Robert Downey Jr. Here's a test. Tony Stark can be played by Robert Downey Jr. See what I mean? The same thing with Thor and Captain America. You cannot think of those characters without thinking of Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans. You just can't. But with Captain Marvel, I can think of about 4, maybe 5 other actresses who could have played this role. And this is not a detriment towards Larson. She is actually trying. She does have a good line here and there, but her character's writing is just beyond dull. It's the standard fish out of water story that I've seen multiple times done much better. And I have a feeling that with Captain Marvel, the filmmakers were trying to be like, okay, we need this to be the feminist statement of the year. We cannot play around. We must be deadly serious. We cannot quip. We cannot joke. We cannot have any personality whatsoever. We must be serious. And my God, is it boring. In many ways, Captain Marvel is kind of what anti-MCU fans think an MCU movie is. It's just simple, straightforward storytelling. There's no personality. It's all cranked out by machines. That's what a lot of the complaints of the MCU haters think. It's just simple, formulaic, and not really contributing to anything, while they hug their copies of Watchmen. And while many of the MCU movies, like Civil War or Thor Ragnarok, for example, are excellent in terms of their storytelling and their humor in ways that Captain America Civil War is a drama, but, you throw in some humor in there and it breaks up the tension and it's really funny. And in Thor Ragnarok, it's an absurd comedy, but then you get these dramatic moments that are really effective. In Captain Marvel, I don't know what this movie's trying to say. And I said just a couple seconds ago that the filmmakers were trying to make this the ultimate feminist piece. And I'm not against feminism, but Black Panther, for example, was a movie that had a lot of social commentary. But they made a good movie first, then they provided the commentary. In Captain Marvel beats up people to the song Just a Girl by No Doubt. Obvious reference is obvious. I did not hate Captain Marvel, but I did not love this movie either. I am going to give it a good rating because I don't think in good conscience that I can give it a rating any lower than that. But I also can't give it a higher one than that. This movie is in the Doctor Stranges, in the Ant-Man territories, where, okay, that movie had its bursts of fun, but it was truly just serviceable. With the exception of the Skrulls, Samuel L. Jackson, and, Clark Gregg at times, the rest of the movie is just kind of there. You can take it or leave it and, be fine. I would recommend staying for the first after credits scene and not the second, because the second one is completely useless, but the first one is actually pretty good. But that's all for me, guys. I hope you don't hate me, because I honestly wanted to really like this movie. I saw a bunch of videos saying this movie's gonna bomb the MCU. They've gone full SJW. They're just going to buy into the third wave feminism and the feminazis, and it's just going to be horrible. And I wanted to get on this camera and prove everybody wrong. I unfortunately cannot lie to you, and I don't want to lie to you. This is just a forgettable movie that wants to say something and wants to be more than it is, but is really not. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. And I am sure that you have your own thoughts on Captain Marvel, so as respectfully as you can, leave them in the comments section below. Also, if you want to check out another video right around here. And if you want to subscribe, check out the subscribe button around here. My name is Ryan Kem, and I'll see you in the next one.